Hi everyone, Kevin here from Golf Guy Reviews, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at the brand new Footjoy Tour X golf shoe. Now these are a premium golf shoe from Footjoy, packed full to the brim with technology. What Footjoy have done is that they've focused on stability and comfort for these spiked golf shoes, and they've pulled all the best technology from their Fury, their DNA and their Tour X golf shoes and combined them in this really impressive package. So I've played a few rounds in these golf shoes so I can let you know what they feel like on feet and out on the course in the real world. And also in this video, we're going to take a closer look at some of the technology that's gone into these shoes. And I'm going to let you know why I think these could be, possibly, the best golf shoes for 2020. I know it's early in the year, we're only still in January, but these are going to be right up there and are going to be tough to beat. I really hope you enjoy the review, so hit that like button if you do. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit that bell notification so you can keep up to date on all the latest reviews of golf shoes, clothing and tech, all here on Golf Guy Reviews. So starting with the looks of the shoe, and Footjoy have gone with quite a classic looking shoe, but it has got some modern styling details in there and a nice use of kind of colours and the way that they've used some of the textures on the shoe to give it that modern kind of look and feel. So personally, I think this looks like an absolutely cracking shoe. You've also got a version in a black colourway, and if you want boa laces, then you've also got a version which comes in white and red as well. So you've got a few choices there, but not too many so you're going to get lost in. Personally, I really like the colourway that I've got here in the white and the blue. I really like the little bit of kind of fluorescent metallic yellow that you've got in there, just to give it a little bit extra of colour, just a splash in there. I think it looks really clean. I really like the lines on it. I think it's an absolutely cracking looking shoe. On the sole plate as well, which we'll get to when we talk about grip in a little bit in the video, but just from a design point of view, it's quite bold. You've got the Tour X name on there, quite loudly printed. I don't mind that at all, you know, personally. I don't look at the sole of the shoe when I'm playing golf, but when you strike a nice shot and, you know, you leave the sole of your foot showing on maybe your drive or something like that, then, you know, it's kind of cool little detail to have the name so boldly printed on there. It's not just a boring sole plate on there. You've got some good colorways with the yellow spikes on there as well, and some of the see-through ones on the front. So overall, generally, I think this is a really good looking shoe. So moving on to one of the key areas that Footjoy have focused on with the Tour X, and that's the stability of the shoe. Footjoy have put a lot of technology into this shoe to make this one of the most stable shoes on the market. Personally, out on the golf course, wearing them around here, these are the most stable golf shoes that I've ever tried on personally. I think they've done incredible things with this shoe, and the Tour S was a very good shoe for the stability. That was a focus of that shoe. They've taken a lot of the technology from the Tour S, put it in the Tour X, tweaked it, and really focused and honed down to give the players using this shoe just the most stable platform that you could possibly want for. Footjoy have used the Powerplate outsole. Now they've brought that over from the Tour S. They've seen it works really well and it does fantastic things on the Tour X. So the key element with the Powerplate outsole is that they've pushed the cleats as far out to their edges as possible on the shoe. What that means is that you're getting the maximum amount of traction right on the extremities of the shoe. So when you're putting the most force you can put through the shoe, you're just going to avoid slipping and you're going to stay nice and locked down to the ground. These really do work well on the shoe, and as I say, help to make these a very stable golf shoe. You've also got on the shoe these launch pads, so they sit underneath the cleats. And again, that's just helping with the stability, it's helping with the comfort, and is making sure you stay nice and locked down on the ground. So another key element when it comes to stability of the Tour X is the power strap. So you can see here along the outside, you've got this TPU strap, which is linked into that lace there, and you've got it on the inside as well. And what that means is that you are getting a real good lockdown fit right across the top of your foot, right across around the outside and around the inside as well. So it means you can put as much force as you can possibly put through the golf shoe during your swing, and your foot's not going to roll around on the inside. It's going to keep you nice and locked in, giving you a really stable platform to kind of launch your swing from. So as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, Footjoy haven't just focused on making this the most stable golf shoe they could possibly make, they've also focused on making it one of the most comfortable golf shoes they could possibly make. So they've borrowed a lot of technology. They've used the Ortholite inner sole from the Fury, as well as the 3D printed collar, which we'll come on to in a moment. And they've also used the Chromoskin leather that you get from the DNA Helix. So it's a very soft leather, it's very comfortable. It's giving you enough support to help with that stability, but
there is zero breaking in period when it comes to the leather of these shoes. They are very, very comfortable indeed. When it comes to the collar of these shoes, Footjoy are using what they call a 3D printed collar. Now, when I first heard that, I was a bit like, well, everything's 3D. We live in a 3D world. I can clearly see that it's 3D. But then when I actually got the shoes and looked up close, what I could tell is actually they've done a lot of effort into developing a liner on the collar there. So it gives you a very, very comfortable as well as locked in feel. Another element from the Tour X, which Footjoy have used in previous shoes to make this a very, very comfortable shoe, is the Tour Spec tongue. Now, what that means is that the tongue is actually made up of two parts. If I hold it up there, you might just be able to see it. You've got the top part here, then you've got a little bit of material joining it to the bottom part. If I show you on the inside, you might be able to see it better. You've got the top part, you've got the material there, and then you've got the rest of the tongue below. And what that gives is just an extra added bit of flexibility to the tongue. So you can see here, the tongue is going to be able to really, really contour to the shape of your foot. It's also going to give you additional flexibility. So as you're walking on the golf course, then the tongue's going to kind of move and adapt with you as well. And it's going to have that little bit of extra give than compared to if the tongue was just one solid piece. One other element which helps to make these shoes incredibly comfortable, I touched on it earlier, is the Ortholite inner sole, or fitbed as they call it. So they've got that from the Fury shoe, which was incredibly popular and kind of renowned for the comfort. And so they've put that in this shoe as well. So with the inner sole, what you've got like a textured pattern to the top of it there. You can probably just about make it out. And what that allows for is a very kind of grippy base for you to start from, so you're not going to slip in your golf shoe during the middle of your swing. But it is incredibly soft. It's really, really squishy. It's really, really comfortable. It feels very, very similar to the Fury. It is one of the softest golf shoes you're going to feel, which is great because it means after 18 holes, after 36 holes, most likely straight out of the box, you could do 36 holes with these, and you're going to be feeling like you're walking on air. So when you put all these elements together, you're going to get an incredibly comfortable golf shoe. You've got the very, very soft Ortholite inner sole, you've got the 3D printed textured collar, you've got the Tour Spec tongue, and you've got the Chromoskin leather as well, which is nice and soft. So as an overall package, you're going to be pretty hard pushed to find a more comfortable golf shoe. It is right up there at the very, very top. When it comes to the fit of the shoe, I'm a UK 9 and these fit me absolutely perfectly. They fit true to size, so you don't need to worry about going up or down a size in these. It's a nice lockdown fit when you do up the laces. The power strap kind of helping to pull across the sides of your foot. The leather you can feel is really nice and soft, and you can feel the comfort, and you can't really feel the texturing from your ankle, but it's definitely helping to make this a very comfortable shoe. You've got a good lockdown feel around the heel, and as we went through before, this is an incredibly stable golf shoe. What I would say as well is when you look at the shoe from the top down, because they've pushed out the cleats as far as they possibly can, when you look from the top down, you can just make out the edges of the launch pods there, but what they've used is a see-through material anyway. So yes, you can just about make out, and you can see a couple of the bulges from the top of the shoe, but it's not putting me off, it's not offending me whatsoever. I can live with that, I think it's absolutely fine. But just kind of to let you know, I think this is quite a sleek looking golf shoe when you try it on. It's not too big and bulky, but as I say, you can just see those elements sticking out from the side there. At £179 here in the UK, that's a lot of money for a golf shoe, but you're getting a lot of golf shoe for your money. Footjoy weren't trying to scrimp and save with this, they were trying to make the most comfortable, stable golf shoe they possibly could. And so if that's what you're looking for, then you should definitely check out the Tour X, because Footjoy have really knocked it out of the park with this one. It's a great looking shoe. Personally, I think it looks absolutely cracking. It's incredibly comfortable, and they've lived up to their hype. It is one of, if not the most stable golf shoe that you can buy out there at the moment. So definitely I recommend you give the Footjoy Tour X a try. I think you're not going to go wrong. I don't think you're going to be disappointed with it at all. I think Footjoy, you've done an absolutely brilliant job with this shoe. I really hope you enjoyed this review, and don't forget to hit that like button if you did. And if you haven't already, please make sure you subscribe to my channel so you can keep up to date on all the latest reviews of golf shoes, clothing and tech right here on Golf Guy Reviews.